We've got hardware here. This is the Roland EM-101. Came out in 1985 and it was intended to complement Roland's range of high-end electric pianos. Because of that, it works in a slightly odd way, but the good thing is that it is a MIDI device and it is cheap, so you can use it to generate some really cool sounds. I picked this one up for £50 a few weeks ago before I had it in my hands. You know, I thought it was probably half rack, but it's wider and taller than half rack. It is a paraphonic synth. It has 8 oscillators, but only 1 filter. The oscillators are kind of square wave oscillators, a bit like a Casio home keyboard. They're very clear sounding. The oscillators then pass through 1 filter chip, which is the same filter chip used in the Juno. And then some of the sounds will then pass through a stereo chorus, which again is a Juno chip. So it's sort of like halfway between a Casio home keyboard and a Juno. It's definitely a unique sound. It sounds really good, I think. Really nice and clear. I just searched online for Roland 101, you know, expecting like loads of SH101 stuff to come up. And then was the EM-101. People are saying, oh, it's the poor man's Juno. I definitely don't think this is the poor man's Juno, but it is a cool synth. Let me give you a blast, and then we'll go into a bit more. So you can play 8 notes at once. There we go. There's a little blast for you. All I've done is added a bit of reverb on the mixer. I think you can hear that it's got a digital oscillator and then an analog filter and an analog chorus. However, the story is not all rosy. There is no MIDI editor. All you have are these 16 presets, and then there are 8 hidden presets, which give you a total of 24 presets. The only thing you can do to modify the sound is this dynamics control. All that does is adjust the velocity sensitivity, so don't get too excited about that. There is an attack control. Which I think is pretty useful, especially for those strings. This is all so far still the string 1 preset. All we're doing is modifying the attack. The other thing you can do to adjust the sound is adjust the brilliance, which is basically just a cutoff control. Unfortunately, you only have 8 levels of brilliance. There's no knob for it, but you can get some useful changes. I tend to leave it on the default setting, but it's quite nice just to be able to modify that. Sounds like maybe it's opening up the resonance a little bit too. I've seen a mod online where you can add a knob for cutoff and resonance. Because it is an analog filter chip, that's turns out to be a very simple mod. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. The presets sound all right as they are. It's not like you can dial in your own sounds. It's only modifying existing sounds. We'll go on through the rest of the presets. This is strings 2. Okay, to compare with string 1. It's kind of brighter. Sounds like it's an octave higher. Pretty nice as well, that one. And then we have organ sounds, and these do sound quite a lot like realistic organs. Remember, this box was for keyboard players to expand their expensive Roland digital piano. This is the organ sound. It's a pretty good sounding organ. This is organ 2. Vibrato-y. Let's try and turn the brightness up on that one. So the third organ. Very church sounding. This sound is brass. It's a very vintage sounding brass. Like a Jean-Michel Jarre sounding brass, but you can do nice riffs with it. Brass too. Kind of more of your typical synth brass sound. The next preset is simply called Synth. Bit weird. Let's try with the attack. Sounding a bit home keyboardy, that one, isn't it? That's no surprise because the oscillators are a bit like a home keyboard. We've done the first bank, we'll do the second bank, and don't forget there's a secret hidden bank as well. These sounds are what's called ensemble, and the next bank of sounds are solo, so these sounds are all monophonic. The ensemble sounds were 8-voice polyphonic, and these are just single voice. First sound is bass 1. I think the bass sounds are quite nice, honestly. Yeah, it is a usable bass. Let's mess with the brilliance. Even there, that's minimum brilliance, and this is maximum. I like the maximum brilliance. Go to bass 2. This is more of a kind of a droney bass. I'll set the brilliance back to the middle. So it doesn't sound amazing, but then you mess with the attack. It sounds quite nice. Let's turn the brilliance down. Not bad. Considering it's one preset with just attack and brilliance, there's a lot you can do with that particular sound bass too. Next sound is cello. Okay, this is very home keyboard. It's a shame this bank is only monophonic because I think that'd be quite nice with the chords. That one's kind of so-so, isn't it? This is clarinet. It's called clarinet, but it has an awesome bass. We can adjust the brilliance. Let's say that's usable. It's a square wave bass, but it's called clarinet. The next sound is flute. It sounds like a home keyboard flute. Although you might be able to use it as a bass. This sound is violin. Home keyboard violin. Not a particularly good sound, that one. Synth 1. This sound is synth 2. I'm not sure what you'd use it for, but it does sound nice. To access the hidden bank, it genuinely is a hidden bank that's not in the manual. I had a look. You turn it off and you press minus and brilliance, and then you turn it on. And you get a bank of 8 hidden sounds. These hidden sounds are not very good, but given that you don't have any control really, we should, give them a go. I mean, it's a third more presets. This is hidden preset 1. Oh, that's nice. I do like that. I think that's rather good. It's like an electric piano. Let's listen to the second secret preset. It's another electric piano, isn't it? It's quite nice though. Let's go up to the third secret preset. Secret preset 4. Is it like meant to be like a clavie or something? Maybe, I mean, whatever it is nice. I've just turned up the attack. I bet you could use that in a tune. Secret preset 5. It's another electric piano. I'll turn the reverb off. That's not bad. It's a bit Casio, that one though. Secret preset 6. That's another electric piano. Secret preset 7. Is it meant to be like a honky-tonk piano or something? Secret preset 8. Is it like a harpsichord? There's also a little other trick that I have discovered whilst playing this thing. This is the organ sound, so if you go down, when you get to the lowest note, then the last octave repeats, right? So this C is the same as the lower C which I'm playing. So if you go down a few, you can have the same octave on each of the keys. So I've got one C the same, the other C the same, the other C the same. You can play the same note multiple times. It kind of fattens it up quite That's just one of the sounds, and then you can play more with the replicated octave. It definitely sounds fatter. It's a little gem though, and it is cheap. If you can get one for 50 quid, as I did, I don't think you'll be disappointed, because not all the sounds are good, but those that are good are really good. So that is the EM-101, Roland's other 101.